Let's dive right in. Today's explainer takes us into a massive, frankly mind-bending what-if scenario, the day the web went dark. We're going to break down exactly how humanity would respond to a sudden, total global internet outage. Just imagine waking up tomorrow morning. You reach over, grab your phone like always, and nothing. Every single website, social media app, search engine, every digital service you rely on has just completely vanished worldwide. It really forces us to ask, how long could the modern world actually survive without the internet? It's a scenario that touches on literally everything: technology, human behavior, the global economy, and honestly, our very survival.
It all starts with that one simple, universally dreaded message on your screen: no internet connection. At first, you'd probably just restart your router, thinking it's a quick local glitch. But as this blackout sets in globally, we'd see silent city streets, empty offices, and millions of people just staring at blank screens in pure, unadulterated confusion. Data streams would just stop. Those massive, glowing fiber optic cables beneath our oceans, completely quiet.
Section 1. The sudden global disconnection and those first moments of silence. So right at minute zero, the panic escalates fast, and it's mostly because of one core concept: cloud computing. That's the delivery of servers, storage, and databases over the web. Since almost everything we use nowadays is hosted in the cloud, when that connection severs, it is not just your favorite streaming platforms that freeze up. Your online banking, digital storefronts, cloud-based workplaces, they all instantly lose the very brain that powers them. Moving to Section 2, the timeline of escalating impact, tracking the digital fallout.
Within just 5 minutes, boom, basic communication collapses. No messaging, zero emails. 1 hour in, modern workplaces completely shut down, as businesses realize, wait, we can't process online payments or even access our files. By day 1, financial markets are forced to just freeze trading to prevent total economic chaos. Fast forward a week, and global shipping halts entirely without digital tracking. By month 1, we're essentially looking at a fundamental rewrite of how human beings survive and operate. Our entire reality shifts overnight. The seamless global tracking, the instant cloud medical records, those lightning-fast stock trades we rely on, gone. Instead, we're looking at grounded flights at chaotic airports, simply because air traffic data can't be shared. We'd see hospitals scrambling, reverting to manual paper charts, and totally frozen financial institutions. It's a massive, rapid downgrade in our societal operating speed. These cascading failures really show how deeply the web is baked into our physical world. ATMs go completely dark. GPS navigation becomes incredibly spotty, leaving folks stranded on the road. Factory lines grind to a halt, and millions of remote workers and students are suddenly totally cut off from their livelihoods and their education.
The absolutely crucial point here is understanding the root of this collapse, which brings us to DNS systems. Think of DNS like the phone book of the internet. It translates the human-readable domain names we type into our browsers into machine-readable IP addresses. If the internet's core infrastructure, these DNS systems, massive data centers, and global networks, were to completely fail, all digital traffic routing just stops dead. Without this invisible map, our highly connected, super expensive smartphones and computers essentially revert to being, well, useless glowing rectangles. Which brings us to Section 3, offline survival and resilience, the contingency plans. Now here is where our scenario takes a fascinating and honestly pretty optimistic turn. Not everything instantly collapses. Many essential systems actually have built-in contingency plans. While cloud medical records would fail, hospitals adapt by switching to isolated local server backups. Sure, consumer online banking goes down, but core institutional finance relies on private closed networks. And while your video calls might die, society can safely fall back on emergency radio and analog communications. This highlights a really reassuring reality. Historical undersea cable disruptions and cyber incidents have forced engineers to develop robust offline contingency plans. It's super important to remember that engineers, governments, and businesses haven't just been flying blind here. They've actively prepared for digital isolation. Major outages and cyber incidents in the past have basically served as critical stress tests, teaching us exactly how to build better offline resilience. So the recovery process is immediate and highly structured. Step 1. Emergency services switch to analog radio to maintain civic order. Step 2. Hospitals physically pivot to those local server backups to ensure critical care doesn't miss a beat. And Step 3. Communities and logistics teams literally break out printed maps and physical grid systems. We step back in time technologically for sure, but we do it deliberately to maintain stability.
Finally, Section 4, the true value of connection. What the web really built.
The internet doesn't replace the physical world. It quietly connects almost every part of it. This quote perfectly summarizes our entire analysis today. You know, the internet hasn't replaced reality. We still have hospitals, factories, and roads. But the web is this invisible connective tissue humming in the background, making global collaboration, instant communication, and the truly incredible speed of modern life possible. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a deeply personal question to think about. If the internet disappeared tomorrow, what part of your life would change first? Would it be your job, your connections with your family, maybe just how you navigate your own city? Understanding this reliance is the first crucial step in appreciating the incredibly complex world we live in. Thanks so much for exploring this thought experiment with me, and I'll see you in the next explainer.